Truth Talk, your source for unbiased daily political news. What's going on, YouTube? The big news of the day, May the 3rd, 2016, is the presidential primary. Most of the coverage today on the cable news channels is on the Republican side. I think just because it's a little bit more interesting. The Democrat side, it's pretty much already locked up by Secretary Clinton. Mathematically, Bernie Sanders is out of the race. So, on the Republican side, Donald Trump and Ted Cruz are competing in Indiana for votes. And all day today, they've been talking about if Ted Cruz wins, if Donald Trump wins, what does it mean? Well, I don't think it means very much. I mean, if you look at the delegate count right now, Donald Trump is up over 400 delegates and up like 3 million popular votes, I think. So I don't see a situation where if Donald Trump even loses Indiana, and it doesn't seem like he's going to, all the polls, or most of the polls, have Donald Trump up right now in Indiana. Even if he loses by a couple percentage points, I don't foresee him not getting the Republican nomination. He's favored in a number of upcoming states like New Jersey, West Virginia, and Oregon. And he's going to pick up some delegates in places like Nebraska and Washington. So even if he falls a little bit short, let's say he gets 1,175 delegates. And as many of you probably know, the magical number is 1,237 delegates to get the Republican nomination. Do we really think the Republican Party is going to not give Donald Trump the nomination? If they chose to do that, the party would be completely fractured. It would be utterly destroyed. It's probably taken a lot of damage already because many Republicans say they won't vote for Donald Trump if he's the nominee. But if you take it away from Donald Trump, I think they got serious problems. Latest polls have shown somewhere between 60 and 70% of Republican voters, even if they don't support Donald Trump, believe that the person with the most votes and the most delegates going into the convention should get the nomination. So if the party elders go back and say, Donald Trump, you're not going to get the nomination, and all the delegates vote for, I don't know, who, maybe it's Ted Cruz, maybe it's an out candidate who didn't run like Paul Ryan, that means that 60 to 70% of the people in the Republican Party, registered Republicans, are going to be ticked off. You know, they're going to feel like their vote doesn't count, particularly the Donald Trump supporters. I mean, he has gotten millions of votes. I think he's up past 10 million votes now. They're not going to come out and vote for the Republican candidate if it's not Donald Trump. Now, if the race were tighter and Trump was only up by, let's say, 100 delegates to Cruz, I think then, you know, you can make the legitimate argument that Trump shouldn't get the nomination. But he's currently at about 1,000 different sites have him at different numbers. I think Fox has him at like 996, and CNN has him at like 1,001. So let's just call it 1,000. He only needs 237 more. He's going to be the Republican nominee. It appears that it's going to be Trump versus Clinton, and it's going to be a wild election. I think it's going to be really a negative election. They're going to be slamming each other every day probably. And yeah, that's the state of politics right now, May the 3rd, 2016. All eyes on Indiana, seeing who they're going to vote for. So if you guys like this video, please drop a like. If you got a question or want to comment, leave them down below. And please subscribe.